I did a little research on the Gleason's map, and what I was curious about is where it says on the projection of Morden College, J.S. Christopher, Blackheath, England. Okay, hang on, I read that wrong. On the projection of J.S. Christopher, Morden College, Blackheath, England. I want you to just take a look at this map. It has Masonic map all over it. If you look at the top of this map, it says there is this pyramid right here, and you have the all-seeing eye. Like, it can't be more Masonic than that. If you look up as it is, you have the September 11th coding, the 911. If you look up Gleason's, you have 303 or 33. This definitely is a Masonic map, and it has been put out several times, and it's definitely put out again and being controlled. They already know exactly what to say to debunk this map. So if you look up Flat Earth, this is the only map that you're going to find, because they put this map out every 100 years or so, kind of like the new viruses, and it gets rejected. So here, let's look right here. The American Flat Earth Movement. Here's a book right here, 100 Proofs That Earth is Not a Globe. Once again, we have recycled material, because we have 50 proofs Earth is not a globe from Mark Sargent now. And this was in Zion, Illinois, 1929. And St. Petersburg, Florida, 1955. So these were written in 1929 and 1955. If the Earth looked like this Earth way back then, why didn't more people pick up on it? How did it get brushed under the carpet? Why didn't people realize the Earth was flat? Well, let's look a little bit deeper. Not there, but here. So when you look for the Morden College, you find this Morden College. You know, history is being rewritten and changed constantly, but we have this Morden College, and of course this work was by Christopher Wren. Christopher Wren's Master Mason Edward Strong, remarkably is still going strong, offers good quality retirement accommodations to 400 people. So this is a retirement home for merchants. And let's scroll down and read this. St. John Morden of Ricklemarch, County of Kent, Barnet, the founder of this blessed works of charity for decayed merchants, 1695. I cannot give fairer character of him than what his actions do. Anyway, this guy's a Freemason. And you will just note this right here, and this is the man and his wife that started it being honored. So this is not a college, it's a retirement home. There's more pictures, so you can pause it if you want. 1695, there's the sun. Sun worship. Some interesting plaques on the wall, scripture, but you can tell this is Masonic with the duality, the colors, the symbolism. I mean, is that a skull at the top? Skull and bones kind of stuff going on in this building. And this is where J.S. Christopher resided when that map was created. So let's go here. Extraordinarily rare 1892 flat earth map by Alexander Gleason. Here we have. As it is. Masonic wording. You have the all-seeing eye right there. On the projection of J.S. Christopher, Morden College, Blackheath, England, which is, the name is now Morden College. So why they wrote it a little bit different, probably because they didn't want you to know where this information was coming from. But let's look at this part right here. Not right there. Right here. Alexander Gleason, J.S. Christopher, and the Zetetic Astronomy. Gleason himself is very hard to pin down. Aside from the evidence, let's see. Okay. Where's that at? What I want to tell you about. Okay. The subtitle of Gleason's map credits the projection to J.S. Christopher of Morden College, Blackheath. This is odd since the azimuthal equidistant projection dates back centuries on this 1713 map. Odder still, Morden College is a phantom, though there was a Morden College in Blackheath, apparently a retirement home for decayed merchants. In any event, Joseph Steer Christopher was born in 1805 in Dartmouth, Devon, was a merchant active at the East India Chambers, where he declared bankruptcy in 1844. Was up and running with a railway investment scheme by 1845 and inviting investors in the Natal Company in 1850, lived for a time in Natal, South Africa, and authored Natal, Cape of Good Hope. Is otherwise recorded at various addresses in England and Scotland, and from 1875 was a resident at Morden College on December 31st, 1894, a home for decayed merchants. I've been unable to learn anything else about his training and profession, though apparently he found little in the way of lasting success. So here's a book in the Forgotten Books Archive, and it's called Morden College, Blackheath, being the 10th monograph of the London Survey Committee by Thomas Frank Green. And if we look at this, Morden College, Blackheath, being the 10th monograph of the London Survey Committee, it talks about Sir Christopher Wren's guidance. He is the one that built this. He also built Chelsea Hospital, Trinity Hospital, and other structures. Sir Christopher Wren was a mason, a master mason, and there's proof that Morden College is the same as Morden College. If you look at Christopher Wren building in London, here we have Morden College. It does not mention Morden College. So that's just to establish it's the exact same place. Morden College is Morden College, and it's just hidden. At some time in life, Christopher got hooked on Samuel Burley Rothbotham's Zetetic Astronomy. This was a modern-day flat Earth theory according to which the Earth is a circular plane centered on the North Pole and bound by ice, with the sun, planets, and stars in motion only a few thousand miles above its surface. Rothbotham 1816 to 84 gained enough adherents that he seems to have made a career of lecturing and publishing on the subject, his best-known work being Zetetic Astronomy, The Earth is Not a Globe, in 1864. It appears that sometime in the 1880s, Christopher, perhaps a retirement project, published a flat Earth map on the North Polar azimuthal projection. Alas, I have found only references to such a map, but no image of the map itself. Both Zetetic astronomy and Christopher's map made their way across the Atlantic and found adherents in the United States, Alexander Gleason among them. Somehow, Gleason got a hold of Christopher's map and republished it, not once, but twice, albeit with his own modifications. His initial effort was the new map of the world on the projection of J. Steer Christopher, Morden College, Blackheath, without any antipodes. Published in 1885, this map closely resembles the 1892 map offered here, though it lacks indicator arms. And an odd coincidence, at this very time, I'm unable to offer an unrecorded map. Okay. John Alexander Dowie, we're going to look at him as well. Gleason's 1885 flat Earth map is so rare that the only images I find are reproductions. References. Look at these references. Let's go down here. A timeline of Christopher's life on Ancestry.com. Bob Shadewell, The Plain Truth. Doesn't that sound familiar? The Universal Zetetic Society, published posthumously, online 2015. Gleason's map and Middleton's map, a discussion thread on the website of the Flat Earth Society. So what I want you guys to see is this map has been recycled several times. And if it was correct, we wouldn't have to keep recycling it and then debunking it. What it's put out there for is to make anyone that believes the Earth is flat to look bad, like a conspiracy theorist. So here's John Alexander Dowie, who was rebuked for sin and suspended from fellowship. Wilburn Glenn Voliva took over the Church of the Catholic Apostolic Church in Zion. But we have another Zionist community that is pushing this exact same flat Earth map in 1931. And it failed. So here we go, showing the Flat Earth Society, saying that the Earth is not a globe, and how this same exact controlled information was pushed in 1831. Same map. United Nations flag map. And look, right here, June 2015, Eric Dubé seems to have revived the International Flat Earth Research Society. And he definitely is controlled. You know, why mention him of all people? It's because they're all in on this together. Now let's go over the timeline on when this deception actually began. So the Gleason map was published in 1892, and the map was created by J.S. Christopher of Morden College, Blackheath, England, who was a resident at that home from 1875 to 1894. Right there is John Alexander Dowie and Wilbur Glenn Voliva, who were leaders of Zion City from 1847 until 1942, who also put out that false map. And in 1956, the International Flat Earth Society was established, and once again, they gave us the exact same map. J.S. Christopher was hooked on Samuel Burley Rothbotham's zetetic astronomy, which is the flat earth theory that the North Pole is in the center. And he published a book in 1864 called The Earth is Not a Globe. And he also used the same picture, the same north in the center. What I really want to show everybody by making this video is all of this flat earth information is a Masonic deception. You can go back and look at who built the building that J.S. Christopher was in, and it was a Masonic building. And you can research the history of all of these men and find out that they were Masons. And it's a deception. It's a deception that was put out there hundreds of years ago, and then again 100 years ago, and it's being put out now. But the problem is this map can be easily debunked. And didn't we even have something like this with the flat earth recently? There was some big amount of money offered for proving that we live on a globe. So why are we repeating history as opposed to changing it? It's obviously incorrect, because if it was correct, the theory would have never died to begin with. And if we look at the map being pushed, it's this map. It's this map that can be easily disproven. Every flat earth book that has been written has this map. Every flat earth YouTuber is presenting this map. So it's definitely controlled, because if it was accurate, we would have known a long time ago that it was an accurate map. It's disinformation, and we need to stop promoting it and wearing it and pushing it. Gleason was a Mason. Christopher was a Mason. All of these people, this Voliva, he was a Mason. These are all Freemasons. This is a Masonic deception. The Flat Earth Society was put together by Masons. You guys, we need to be free thinkers and think for ourselves and logically, and think, why didn't this map make it? If it's the truth, why didn't this map disprove the globe a long time ago? It's because it's a lie.